Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So you may remember when I was in Taiwan, we had just started a new year on Mary Curry's calendar. It was year 335. I have a different system of years, so a year is 138.376 days, the half-life of polonium 210, and I start the new year of zero on July 18, 1898, the day Mary Curie discovered polonium. And so we started year 335, and I made a New Year's resolution that I need to network with a lot more people, because part of the reason last year was so tricky for me was that I didn't have the right networks to, among other things, I'm an adjunct professor, among other things, look for work, to look for life partners, to have good roommates, and and other matters, right? To market my art projects and a bunch of other stuff. And so I made it a goal to network as much as I can, and more importantly, to be rejected hundreds of times, because it takes a lot of trial and error, right? Now, here's the problem. I took another job at at a tutoring center as well, and I'm doing really well there. But the problem is, I don't feel really good about how well I'm doing, and the reason for that is because my boss is also Asian. She's of Southeast Asian, and so I feel like the workplace is kind of toxic too. But now it's toxic in my direction. I'm trying not to think too hard about it, because I try to remind myself that it's only a means to an end, right? I take whatever money I make from there and I use it to invest in other connections that will actually serve me well. I'm trying to remember that's the goal, right? But it doesn't help that that at the moment that it's a reminder why I need to get out of the United States as soon as humanly possible. Things here in the U.S. They all depend on whether you vibe well or not. I can't tell you how many times, not even just for myself, but I watch colleagues of mine, and one's doing otherwise performing better than the other, but not vibing as well, right? Whether it be cultural differences, religious differences, or even a difference in choice of hobby, or difference in and this one really hurts me, a difference in eating habits, right? A lot of times, so my colleagues want to do some kind of happy hour, I don't want to join them, and obviously nobody's going to say you're fired because you didn't join us for happy hour on Friday. No, it never plays out like that. Where it does play out is a lot of good information happens at happy hour that I missed out on, right? And that really hurts me, because not only do I have to excuse myself from various foods and drinks when I do go to happy hour, but also the noise environment doesn't bode well with me. I am autistic. Good luck getting people to understand that, though, right? And it's just really toxic. But you know what? Now that I have a boss who's also maybe not autistic, but introverted and has similar cultural background as me, I kind of feel, yeah, I can take a withdraw of the from like a money withdrawal from this to invest in other things, but I don't feel like it's a healthy I wouldn't do this as my long-term career goal, right? It's only a means to an end, right? And so it almost feels like I'm committing some kind of humanitarian crime, right? But anyway, that's why I need to book out of the US as soon as I can, right? And I want you to pray that hopefully this winter I'll get to visit Helene Curry, and I'll need to keep her really healthy, because after we tie the knot, I need to keep her alive for another 5 years to inherit a green card, right? So I'll have to cook some really healthy meals for her for at least 5 years, right? And then after 5 years, she can go ahead and experiment with her grandmother's invention and do whatever she wants, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.